Okay, we're facing west. This is the front door, and we have some high soil conditions right in here. The stairwell is right on the other side of this brickwork right here. So just kind of a bonus, and then jump farther ahead, and the doorbell is not hooked up. And then to jump ahead some more, this is the gas line coming into the house. This is the main shutoff valve for the gas line. And if this is parallel, that's on. If it's perpendicular, then it's off. So it's just kind of good to know. So the gas line is entering, and what we're not seeing is that it's not bonded. Okay, it's going to be bonded on the furnace. The quality of the bond, I don't know. The wood mulch next to the house, that's conducive to wood destroying insects, and next to the home, that's conducive to wood destroying insects. But on the north side of the front door, on the west wall, that's where the gas meter is. And yes, this old valve right here, it takes a wrench to use it. That's acceptable. That's acceptable. Walking through the entry, try not to pass upward. Okay. Into the garage. And I'm parked here for convenience, so I apologize. But this old dog does not leak. It does not leak. This is all the toys, stuff, sticks. You wouldn't believe all the gizmos I use. Oh, it's already hooked up. We didn't have to do that. You didn't have to have a tour of my car. Okay. This is your water meter. That's why we're here. And see this little wheel right here? That is the flow indicator. Some people call it cheater wheel or cheater paddle. Call it what you will. If that's moving, water's moving. You've got, I don't know where it's going. I don't know what's happening. It could be a commode flapper. It could be a dishwasher's working. Somebody's washing their hands. Who knows? If that's moving and you can't find a leak, then it's leaking some places that you can't see. This is the main shutoff valve to the house. Okay. It's off. Perpendicular. Parallel is on. Coming over here, besides my wonderful tour, we're looking for between 40 and 80 psi. Between 40 and 80 psi. And we are looking just to, would you call that 81? We're looking at just a little more than 80. The pressure is pretty high, gotta say. Oh, sorry about that. Okay, this is the water heater. This is the flue. It's a tankless water heater. Care and use manual is right here. It's a Reuniti. That's fine. The thermostat is right here on it. The water shouldn't be adjusted higher than 120 degrees. We got that. All right, coming on along. This is not a temperature pressure relief valve. This is a pressure relief valve. And because so, it's not supposed to be insulated. Now, this is not a tank. All right. Also, just FYI, the code says that tanks should have safety pans, and a tankless water heater does not have a tank. So there's not a code that says the manufacturer might have a different idea about it. You know, you might have a different idea about it, but code is silent about tankless water heaters. However, this is a pressure relief valve drain line right here, and it's not supposed to discharge higher from the ground than 6 inches. It's about 7 inches or so. I know I'm being picky, but it's, you know, I didn't write the rules. It's not me. I'm not a rule writer. Let's just see what we got here. See if I should shut up. Yeah, we got about 7 inches. Look at that. All right. So it's like an inch too high. Now, what code does, and City of Dallas code says, water heaters, they're temperature pressure valves, which, does this fit into that category? It should have an air gap in it inside the same room with the water heater. I mean, there's your air gap right there. It's not technically in the same room. If you were going to do an air gap, then you would have a safety pan under here, and it causes an air gap, and that would go into that safety pan, and then it'd go out. You know, I mean, And it's up to you, really. I'm more concerned about this. Sediment trap. Gas is on. This is my concern. And it's not a big one. I have yet to see this done correctly in the field, in the wild. All right? You can bolt this water heater up like it's been bolted up. And it's going to turn on like it turned on. And if you're replacing somebody's, your old water heater with this, you're probably going to get some energy savings out of it. You see that red tape right there? All right. That means that this has not been dialed in. It has not been adjusted so that it runs as efficiently as it could. And it may be adjusted perfect from the factory. It just came and worked, kind of like spark plugs. But no, it hasn't been adjusted. The manufacturer says that the technician should adjust this. That's what they say. That's what the manufacturer says. The technician should adjust that so that it works properly, most efficiently. Now right here, this little black guy right in here, okay, that is your screen filter for the water heater. Everybody ignores their water heaters. I get that. We don't service them. These valves are only good for about 3 years. You're supposed to test them, every so often. I get that. I get all of that. But a tankless water heater is like a sports car. And sports cars take more maintenance than a family sedan. You don't change the oil so often in the family sedan. Doesn't clock a lot of mileage. Just taking the kids to soccer practice, whatever. But this little sports car, since it's going, and this is supposed to be serviced once a year. It's supposed to be cleaned out. Will you notice any negative effects by it? Probably not. But this is this is an expensive water heater, and you want it to last 10 or 13, 14 years. You want to get some good use out of it. If you don't replace these, what I've been seeing in the wild, besides these not being adjusted, what I've been noticing in the wild is that a lot of times these water heaters only last like 5 or 6 years. You paid extra for this water heater to save you a little bit of energy to buy a new water heater in 7 years because you didn't replace this. So if you'd like to get the full benefit of this water heater, make sure that it's dialed in right, and you replace your filter, or you clean out your filter. And there's videos on YouTube that tell you how to do that. The information is not difficult to come by.